Hey everyone, we're back. In this episode, we're going to take a look at how this game can actually simulate boxing and where it comes up short and fails. So, we're coming up into a rematch clause fight with Canelo Alvarez. We got the belts off him last fight. We were sluggish and undertrained, I believe. This fight, we are, I think, a little bit better, but I think we're still sluggish. But we should be good to go. Yep, no, we're undertrained. We're in weight. And should have a better chance of ending the fight faster this time. Alright, since this is going to be the last episode until 1.0 comes out, we're going to kind of do an overview of where this game comes up short in terms of simulating boxing and where it actually can pull it off. Now, obviously, it is a form of fisticuffs, obviously. There's punching, there's boxing gloves. You can counter people, you can hopefully use a jab a little more effectively, but even in this state, the jab is effective. You can counter punch, you can weave and lean a little, so you can't say it doesn't simulate boxing at all. But in terms of where it falls short, that's when you begin to get into like trades with the other person and really go to war with them. The game kind of falls apart there. Leaning, weaving with your head off of the center line and throwing punches off of angles, you can't do that. And when you try to fight in the pocket, the game just falls apart there as well. So if you ask me what that simulates is like, not even like amateur boxing, I would say it simulates like tough man boxing, where people don't have the proper punch technique, but they're still boxing, quote unquote, technically. So if I had to say the level of boxing this game is able to simulate, I'd compare it to like a tough man boxing competition. Because it's the basics it can simulate. It's where boxing's intricacies, where this game falls apart. People like to say the footwork is really good in this game, but all it is good at is moving you around the ring really fast, which isn't how boxing matches are fought. And when you try to simulate boxing in this game, fight in the pocket and keep it close, the defense doesn't really allow for it. It isn't advanced enough of a defense system. And not being able to throw with your head off the center line while weaving incoming punches, again, is something that really doesn't help the game succeed in simulating boxing at even a moderately advanced level. So with that said, what do I say about the game? Is it worth buying? I would say, at the very least, wait to see what happens with console launch. At very worst, wait till it goes on a sale. And I wouldn't say spend more than 20 bucks on it. So we're still a little squishy and not very much stamina because we're untrained. So we're going to have to maybe drag this out, unfortunately. Because since the AI doesn't really get better, it just becomes a bigger, like, punch sponge. It's hard for this game to really get to the point of advanced boxing simulation when you can't throw punches that have the proper body mechanics behind them. And from that point, the game is just thrown, because that's why I compare it more to a tough man boxing competition, because the technique from the feet up is completely wrong. So what we're going to be doing on launch day is doing a career mode and comparing it to this career mode, seeing if the game feels any better, Even though they're not doing any major changes to career mode, we're going to see if it at least feels better with the way they change the game's punch mechanics and certain other features to hopefully allow it to feel better to play. We're going to see if that helps career mode be more fun. Then we're going to take it online and see how those changes have impacted online play as well.
There's the bell to start the round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
My motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you won that hands down.
Boxer is a real hook specialist. Your opponent has got to watch out for him.
If I remember correctly, why they delayed career mode in the first place was I think they said they couldn't get the AI where they wanted it. And I really don't feel like it's gotten any better since I first installed the game. It's gotten more padded at times, and I don't think it's really gotten any less padded like they were supposed to remove when career mode came in. I just don't think they were able to ever get the AI where they wanted it. And instead of like delaying the game until they were able to do that, they just, I think, said F it. Which is the sad part, because anyone who wants this game for career mode is going to be extremely disappointed. And then even those people will get bored of career mode and will want to go online to test themselves eventually. So hopefully they've at least made the game to be competitive and have some integrity by dealing with the desync and hackers. But usually any game that doesn't have an anti-cheat from the very get-go and allows hackers to get in the engine and start pulling it apart and then puts an anti-cheat in, usually it's like you're trying to fight it back at that point and they've already gotten into the engine, and it just gives them an advantage with trying to develop cheats for the game from there on. They really should have put an anti-cheat in it from the very beginning, especially if they wanted the game to have esports aspirations. Oh, he's getting us this round. This is something I noticed on repeat. So if you win those first 3 rounds, the AI will always come a little harder in the 4th round. Like it, it's really predictable to the point where you can pretty much guarantee it's going to happen. So this is going to be really hard because we're taking damage extremely easily from being undertrained. Well, that's good. They should make you feel punished. That's okay. We recovered pretty quickly. As long as I can block the incoming shots, we should be okay to win this. Unless he just drops us with some bullshit punch, which wouldn't surprise me.
Anymore with the stance. Trying to fight like Roy Jones Jr. now, bouncing on the toes. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Counter punching.
Keep stealing these rounds. We're going to get our face really, really red here because that means we're really, really hurt. I have no idea why they got rid of the better damage models. If anyone hasn't seen it, go look on Reddit. They got a clip or an image of someone who did work for the damage models for this game, and they posted their work on the Scott Quigg model, and the face damage was so good. The only reason they could have gotten rid of it is obviously the game is terribly optimized.
We might be seeing the end of this boxer's career. Maybe it's time to just hang up the gloves. A win is needed.
That's the only reason I can think of, is poor optimization.
He's going to loosen things up here. Let's see how he does with this fancy footwork.
And like instead of optimizing the game, they get rid of it. All the work that guy did. And now we just get red face, two-face mode.
This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought. And he misses with that jab.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
We might be seeing the end of this boxer's career. Maybe it's time to just hang up the gloves. A win is needed desperately. That punch scores.
So this movement speed, like how fast I'm moving in regular movement, that should be loose movement. And then there's other movement should be feet planted mode, which is what you should be in most of the fight, which is how boxers are usually moving. Well, not with their feet planted, but they don't move around and zip around this much. They're usually within just outside of the pocket range. And the fights are fought much closer distance. That's why this game has a really hard time looking like a proper boxing match.
Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
So the first time we fought Canelo, he was at 88. Now he's an 83. That's how fast the AI is already decaying.
Keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won it hands down.
I was going to show it more, but it would just mean me playing a bunch more, and it would just get monotonous at that point, and I'd be beating a heavy bag with a dead horse pretty much, so I think everyone gets the point at this stage.
Looks like they're going to mix up their
The animations in close, just, they don't compare to Fight Night, any of the Fight Night games. If you want to see good, proper simulation of
try and be a little more elusive.
in the pocket fighting, Fight Night does it very well. The intricacies of the animations and how they change depending on how close you are.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong. We might be seeing the end of this boxer's career. Maybe it's time to just hang up the gloves. A win is needed desperately. So he's going to shake off the cobwebs and bounce around the ring a little bit here.
And that's where it even simulates the tough man boxing competitions a lot. Or like, I don't know, like the Golden Gloves competitions and stuff. Because those fighters just aren't trained. They do a lot of this in and out and zipping all over the ring. Like, it really does look a lot like a tough man boxing competition. Just with skins of professional fighters. And remember, Ash Habib is trying to sell you fighters. Those aren't the actual fighters. You're buying skins. Ryan Rhodes and Sonny Edwards did all the mocap for this besides Canelo, Usyk, and Fury. Those are the only fighters that did their own motion capture. Every other fighter in this game was motion captured by Ryan Rhodes and Sonny Edwards, just generically. So how can you tell me you're not just buying skins at that point? You're just buying 20 different versions of Ryan Rhodes pretending he's someone else. It's why it looks so terrible. A boxer isn't going to try to emulate someone else's style and do it better than their own. It's common sense. They're going to want themselves to look the best. So if you're expecting this game to have, like, uniqueness because all the fighters did their own motion capture work, they didn't. And that's something they're not going to tell you. They're not going to advertise the game that way. They're telling you, oh, it's fully motion captured. Yeah, it is. But that's a fucking half-truth if I ever heard one. I sense fuckery. He's 7 rounds behind. There's no way he's gonna win this unless he knocks me out. Or knocks me down a few times. So this is where we gotta be ready for that Steel City fuckery.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
We might be seeing the end of this boxer's career.
Just gonna have to pick him apart here.
A win is needed desperately.
Like, that would blow your shoulder out. Where is it? That one. That would blow your rotator cuff out. Like, how is that? Who motion captured that? I doubt anyone motion captured that.
He's going to go with more footwork now. What do you think of that strategy?
Because you'd roll your shoulder out and blow your shoulder.
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one.
Okay, round 8 coming up. That's usually where I get flat-footed anyways.
Open wide, change it. An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you won that hands down.
Do you see what I mean? That was just a small example of when you both are trading. The game looks terrible. Like, imagine an extended sequence of that. It's why all the footage that they're showing of the game in its new state is very curated. The people are fighting a very specific way. They're not trying to get in extended trades. It's all pokey, back and forth, jousty fighting. Wait until real people get their hands on it and start playing it.
So he's going to drop his arms down here. Not sure that's the wisest decision. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught halfway through the round. And I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you. And so I've got to respect both of them more than happy.
Just need to be careful with our health. I need to be getting my gloves up in time there to block that. I just keep forgetting how squishy we are because of being undertrained. So see how squishy we are from being undertrained? That's how squishy we should be when we enter flat-footedness, even if we're fully trained. Because when you're that tired, like, a strong breeze can push you over. So that would really help. Add that same kind of, like, vulnerability system to the health. So, like, if you're undertrained and you're squishy, make it like that when you're tired and flat-footed. Make your fighter that squishy. That would be more realistic. And it'd be a good way to fix it.
That were a really strong round. Let's see if they can finish the job.
My motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? Excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you won that hands down.
He scores with the counter. We might be seeing the end of this boxer's career. Maybe it's time to just hang up the gloves. A win is
See how much they say that? End of the boxer's career, end of the boxer's career, end of the boxer's career. And don't forget, they said they fixed the commentary. Has anyone heard one new voice line in all the new footage that they've shown? I haven't.
those punches add up. With the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs. We might be seeing the end of this boxer's career. Maybe it's time to just hang up the gloves. A win is
Oh, here it is.
trying to make it up before 10 as the referee continues the count. Move and you miss it. Good thing we
Interesting.
watched
Let's
it
see.
over again.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Hear that sound effect? That is so bad. That was recently added too, I think. But yeah, what type of pud fucking is that? Oh wow, I can still get up just as easily even though I was undertrained and everything and I'm taking damage easier. I thought the get up was going to be harder. That's the other thing. When you're gassed, it shouldn't be super easy to get up either. Okay, 30 seconds left in the round. We need to give up the round. It's not like we're going to put him down or win the round back. That's only 1 out of 12, so strategically we're fine. Let's just regain our senses here. Get over that pud fucking. So we have to be ready for that on any type of major shot. So we're going to have to basically win this with jabs. Just jab them out. Like, look at that. That's only 1 round. They won 10-8. And they're like, we need a KO. It's like, no, we're like up 8 rounds to 1, dude. And the other offense is we have the ability to turn this around. The fight's not over. Then directly under that, we need a KO. Okay. The problem is a lot of the times you get knocked down in this game, you don't feel like it's from skill. You feel like you're just being cheated. And I'm pretty sure even Claimer said that way back when he did his career overview. And that was when it first came out. So he's going to lean under that jab if I lead with the jab. So I need to just flick it and back up. Now it's harder for him to duck under and counter because we're not leading forward. We're jabbing and backing up with the jab, which in its current form is really the only decent way to use it. Saw the counter there so we could jump in.
Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments. Not so tense anymore, trying to loosen things up. I like it.
So can this game be competitive? With what we said about how it can't quite simulate boxing at a high level or even an amateur level, can it still be competitive? Yes, but not competitive in terms of simulating boxing. It can be a cool competitive one-on-one kind of game. And if they can fix the desync, if they can fix the exploits and the hackers, give the game some competitive integrity, yeah, it can be a fun little competitive game. But you have to realize you're not competing in a game that is simulating boxing well.
The jab not finding its target. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. We're hoping for an all-action slugfest. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Oh, yeah, there's fuckery coming. There's fuckery at foot, for sure.
We might be seeing the end of this boxer's career. Maybe it's time to just hang up the gloves. A win is needed desperately. Not so rigid anymore with the stance.
It's going to be risky to go for those counters.
The jab. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
He threw the hook, didn't land. We might be seeing the end of this boxer's career. Maybe it's time to just hang up the gloves. A win is needed desperately. Gonna try and relax a little bit now. Fight a little different.
Oh, that's scary. I love getting hit in the back because my alignment is fucked.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go.
Oh, I don't want to do that. He's going to duck under one of those and just totally pud fuck our day, watch. We're not going to let it happen, though.
Oh, that punch. Looks like he's going to move around the ring a little bit more.
We can't give him any option to screw us here, which basically means all we can do is that.
We might be seeing the end of this boxer's career. Maybe it's time to just hang up the glove. A win is needed desperately. Nice counter shot. Nice exchanges from both men in this round. That uppercut does not score.
Very close match. It shows the skill, the discipline, the respect both fighters have for each other because no one dare do anything out of turn.
Looks like a little change of strategy here. Trying to loosen up the flow a little bit.
38 seconds and we got it. We just got to not get pud fucked here. We can't give him any opportunity to duck under us and do some janky animation shit. So we just got to get in range, close the gap, jab. Because it's so telegraphed that if we jump in with it, he's going to duck under it like he did the time he flattened us. We ain't going to let him get the win. We're the loser because we have to play this game, Todd Grisham. Okay, there. No pud fucking today. Okay, we just defended the 4 belts, everyone. Are you ready for the celebration of all celebrations for anyone who missed it? Here it comes. So let's see. He threw 717 punches. He's got 60% stamina. I threw... Or wait, let's continue off of that. Not only did he throw 717 punches, he only landed with a 23% accuracy. So that's 164 punches landed. When you miss that many punches, your arm should be like jello. For anyone who's trained, you know the punches you miss are the ones that gas you the most. But I've got 30% stamina, even though I threw less punches and connected at a higher rate. So you can't tell me the AI isn't still artificially inflated. It clearly is. They were supposed to have taken that off when they said career mode launched. It's not. The only difficulty that is in the AI is the damage reduction they have. They can take more punches, they deal more damage to you, and they throttle that up and up and up as you get higher and higher in the ranks. You're not organically coming up against a stronger AI or a harder opponent to beat. It doesn't work like that. And that's why the career mode feels very bland really fast. Here it is. Just defended 4 belts. Do we even get 4 of these screens? No, because they know that would be super annoying, so they only give you 1 of them. So Canelo went from an 88 to an 83 just in the time we fought him to the rematch clause. Now let's see. So we just won a fight, 12-round fight, grueling fight. We're overweight somehow. We didn't sweat at all. We didn't lose any weight in that fight. Amazing. I don't know how we did that. We're also undertrained. We must have got amnesia, perhaps, and forgotten how to fight. Like, maybe we took a big shot there somehow. Yes, so amnesia and fat. So we need to fix that by advancing weak. Oh, I need staph infection, so we need green staph infection. Let's renew the infection here. Okay, so we got to get... Oh, I need more staph infection. Oh, the manager. To manage our infection. I've had the same manager the whole time, but it doesn't change anything really except the money you get. Okay, so we need to remember how to fight. It's all coming back to us again. We're slowly remembering, Doctor, but we're getting fat. Okay, let me not get fat. So now I'm undertrained. I'd like to pick a fight right now, but if I do, they'll be like, oh, you're undertrained. You can't pick a fight. So I just got to keep hitting this. And this is why I think the AI decays really bad, because this is where they have, like, they're trying to stretch the game out and pad it out, and I think this is why the AI is decaying at a fast rate, because watch, now, let's go negotiate a fight. So Terrence Crawford is already a 76. Ricky Hatton is only a 71. Bob Cooter's an 84, baby! So Alvarez went up too. He was an 83, he's an 85. Sugar Ray Robinson's already a 74. Sugar Ray Leonard's a 77. Amir Khan's an 80 for some reason. Hatton's a 71. So you guys can see Sergio Martinez is 75. You can see how fast the AI is decaying. There's no need for me to continue to pound the dead horse with some boxing gloves or hit the heavy bag with the dead horse. You guys get the idea. So right now I could do an undisputed defense, defend those 4 belts against Terrence Crawford, who's a 76, put him in the hospital in like 2 rounds, get a Sega Mega Drive belt ceremony, and that's it. Again and again and again on repeat. So as you can see, I wouldn't say spend more than $20 on this game. It can't simulate boxing much more past a maybe tough man competition level. If they fix exploits, if they fix cheating and desync, it could be a fun little online game where you can have some fun competing against other people. They got to nail back the cheating and desync and cheese for it to have some integrity to at least achieve that. Well, that's it. I'll see you guys in about 8 or 9 days. We're going to be getting 1.0 a little early. We get it on October 8th. So we're going to be hitting out content right away to make sure we're getting honest takes on day 1 of the early access people getting it before it hits consoles. That way we can make sure everyone is seeing it in its finished form before they get the chance to go out and buy it and hopefully save some people some money. Anyways, take care, everyone. It's good to be back. I'll see you in around a week. Make sure to like, make sure to leave a comment, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button. Take care.